Last year was full of life-changing events for me. I turned 60, and my youngest son, who lives in Bangkok with his family, had just made me a grandma, and I lost my own mum. I want to be around to watch my granddaughter grow. I watched my mum's health decline with no quality of life, but she had the love and support of 5 children, 9 grandchildren, and 14 great-grandchildren. It's unlikely that I will ever be a great-grandmother, and I'm now in the last third of my life, and what a scary thought that is. But as Edward Stieglitz said, the important thing is not how many years in your life, but how much life in your years. Over the past decade, I'd watched my weight creep up and up. It was time to do something about this. I'd been suffering foot pain and realized that losing weight would help. Just imagine carrying a backpack with 40 pounds around with you 24/7. I made the decision to look after me. I have a voracious sweet tooth, and when I started working in a candy store, the owner told me I needed to sample everything. Big mistake. I took her at her word. So sugar had to go. I stopped putting it in my morning coffee, then didn't eat one sweet thing for 3 months. I downloaded an app where I recorded my calories, weighed myself every day, and recorded the exercise that I did. And I started reading food labels. What a revelation. And I don't know why I'd been so complacent and uninterested in my health before. But I knew that losing weight wouldn't be sustainable without an exercise program. So I decided to take up running, and my son, the loud one, is an ultra runner who inspires me to be outdoors and get fit. So I told him of my plans to start a fitness regime. He was so proud of me, or had an ulterior motive, because he asked if he could post my goals to his Facebook page. And he has a lot of followers. And there's nothing like public accountability to hold one to one's goals. So I said yes. Sean also saw that, and that's how I find myself here tonight. I'd already signed up for an 8-kilometer race and was worried about failure. But what is failure? Just finishing 8K, whether walking or running, would be a success to me. And now I just laugh when I think of no matter how fast or slow, it was going to be a personal best. And I was so proud of my accomplishment when I crossed the finish line that I actually started to cry and proudly wore my finisher's medal all day. Then I said I'm going to be faster next time, went home and signed up for 4 more races. Again, accountability. But I made the rookie mistake of starting out too fast and got injured. So I phoned Adam to get some guidelines for him. Now he runs in races that are 50 to 180 kilometers in length, but knew that I needed to start out slowly, 1 minute at a time, 2 minutes at a time, increasing my run pace by no more than 30 seconds a week, and look at it as a 5-year goal. It still amazes me that somebody who can run for so far and so long can appreciate the Herculean efforts just starting to run was for me. But to paraphrase Booker T. Washington, you measure the size of the accomplishment by the obstacles you've had to overcome to achieve it. I had to be myself and do what worked for me, and realize that my efforts were a huge change that my body needed to adjust to. I run with my cell phone and an app called Couch to 5K turned on. A woman's voice prompts me, I chose a woman's voice, tells me when to run, when to walk, gives positive feedback, and if you don't run for a day or 2, tells you that as well. I joined a run group called Soul Sisters. It welcomes everyone, walkers and runners alike, and also starts the build up slowly. And it's run by the most motivating, giving woman that I've ever met, Mina Westhaver. Last summer, I visited my son in Canmore, and he pointed to a mountain and said we'd be hiking up that the next day. I don't like heights and was petrified, but he promised to take me up a less challenging hike. So we went up to Grassy Lake, where he did rock climbing. The next thing I knew, I've got the climbing harness on, helmet on my head, as he slowly guided me up the face of the mountain. I was shaking because I don't like heights, and in comparison to what the others were doing, it was nothing. But to me, it was everything. I felt like I'd really accomplished something. Both my sons managed to push me beyond my comfort zone, and I have a partner who's 100% supportive. Now I have my own climbing harness, and I proved I could overcome my fears, so the next day's hike was indeed the strenuous one. But a younger man following us up the trail was getting exhausted. Then he looked at me and said that I was his inspiration to keep going. After all, if the old lady with the gray hair could do it, so could he. When we got to the top and looked down over the city of Canmore, I was so overcome with emotion. I felt like I'd achieved so much. I really had my moment. Now I continue to keep fit, doing swim workouts, wall climbing, and continue my running. I've now run 3 more races, taking 8 minutes off my first 8K race. And I'm doing the Times Columnist 10K in Victoria at the end of this month. I'd like to end with another quote by Booker T. Washington. If you want to lift yourself up, lift someone else up. I hope I've been able to inspire at least one of you to get out and enjoy the outdoors and get fit. I'm proof it's never too late to start. Thank you.